Hey, Colabcoaching yet again. It's just Wise Words of Wisdom for the week. Week number one of a brand new series. This week is about trust in your relationships. Of course, me being a relationship coach, I wanted to do another series more focused on relationships. And what better way to get focused in relationships with trust? So, the question slash thought I have for you this week is, what does trust mean to you? What does trust mean to you? Now, trust can mean a lot of different things. Even though there's a dictionary definition of trust, having belief to someone, giving it to them, I feel like trust can be defined by the individual and in the relationship. Now, of course, there's rules and regulations that an individual is going to have for trust. We all going to have that. For me, my definition of trust is centered around actions and basically what I see on based on how you act around me, how you act around other people, and how you act together in a relationship, and how you talk about the relationship. Those are the big aspects of trust for me. But for you, it can be something completely different, such as maybe trust as far as location wise. Maybe you guys are in long distance relationships. Trust as far as conversations. You guys don't talk about certain things outside of your relationship. All these different things are different ways you can define trust. But as I said, trust is dependent on you. Then you can incorporate that level of trust in the new definition of trust in the relationship. Now, the problem comes when you are blurring the lines of what trust means to you. Now, trust is something that you give, as I said a little bit earlier, you give to someone. But that doesn't mean that you have solidified the definition of trust. And you placing the meaning on trust is vital to you as a person and when you step into a relationship. Now let's break this down a little bit more. So trust first and foremost is defined by you, but also how you uphold trust within yourself. Now, there is definitely a such thing as you not trusting yourself. There are many times when maybe you have acted or done something that has betrayed your own trust. Like, for example, this is not me. This is not who I am. I can't believe I'm doing this, so on and so forth. It doesn't have to be specifically within relationships. It could be something that you know that you should have done, and based on your values and your beliefs that you should have done, but you didn't do, or vice versa, something you didn't do based on your values and your ideals, and you chose to do it. You should have done, but you chose to do it. Now, I'm not here to tell you exactly how you should define trust. I'm not here to say that. Because as I said, you have to sit down with yourself. Trust yourself first. Create those rules for yourself and how you trust yourself. Then you can apply those rules and ideals to individuals who are you feel like are worthy enough for your trust. Again, I want to emphasize worthy. Worthy meaning you believe this person is going to honor your trust and your definition of trust. Please, 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 please don't start just frivolously giving trust to people because that trust will be broken. Even if you think that the most positive person is stepping into your life, they are going to uphold that definition of trust forever and ever and ever, and you think that this is the right decision for you. Slow down. Make sure you have that conversation with that individual of what you define as trust. Also, look at that person's actions with other people and say, hey, maybe I can believe this person, or maybe I don't, based on how they treat other people. Because trust is something that you can give freely and easily, but it can be broken freely and easily. A lot of people in this world, a lot of people, especially clients I've had in the past, clients that I work with, they gave their trust away so easily and it was easily broken because you didn't properly define what trust meant for you and you upholding what trust means to you with yourself. It is easy for someone to break your trust and then you say you don't trust anyone ever again, or you will not trust anyone ever again, and you will never trust anyone ever again because people have broken your trust constantly, people have betrayed you constantly, people have lied to you constantly, and people have said that they care about you but they don't, because of the trust that you've given them, and they have broken that trust. But I'm here to say, slow down. Yes, these people did that. We can't disregard how those people have treated you because they did what they did. But I'm not here to blame you. But there are things that you could do better. There are certain things you could do better. Like one, defining your trust. Two, upholding that trust within yourself first before you giving that trust to someone else. And three, looking at those individuals who you gave that trust to. Do you feel like they're going to honor that trust that you have created within yourself and have been molding within yourself? Or you're just giving it away freely because of maybe you think that they may be trusting when you haven't tested it? Not to say you should test someone's trust. I know a lot of people watching this right now is thinking, well, I got to test people's trust because they may not be doing what they're supposed to be doing with other people, and I got to test it for myself. You do what you need to do. Do what you feel like is best. But that doesn't mean you should outright say each person or individual that's stepping into your life is going to hurt you and is going to break your trust. That is why you have to uphold who you are as an individual first before you have expectations for someone else. You can't have those expectations for someone else when you yourself are not upholding the definitions that you created for yourself and then you're bringing it to a relationship. I just don't want us to be hypocrites. I don't want us to say that, hey, this A, B, C, D have all broken my trust, but you've also broken your trust too. You've broken those ideas that you created for yourself, and then those people have done the same thing. So, no, you're not to blame, but there's some things that you could have done better. And I know what you're thinking. Man, the past has hurt me. The things that have happened in the past has hurt me. How can I ever trust again? I'm not here to tell you to trust again. I'm not here to say that you're gonna meet someone that's gonna change your whole perspective of what trust means. I'm not here to say that. But what I am here to say is that what can we do now? What can we do during this season of maybe you're waiting, or this season of you feeling that you don't want to be in a relationship, or the season of you being in a relationship, maybe dating, maybe getting married, maybe having a long-term relationships? What can you do now? The biggest thing you can do now is to define what trust means to you. Apply that definition with yourself. Then, once you have studied certain people and their actions, apply and give that trust to people that you feel is worthy of the trust that you have created. Simple as that. So, when you're looking at me and you're like, well, what does trust mean to me? You're thinking to yourself, what does trust mean to me? Trust is something that you must create. You must create the rules, the regulations, and the bylaws of what trust means for you. Yes, there's a standard definition of trust, but once you create that definition within yourself and you are withholding that definition within yourself, meaning you are constantly creating that definition and honoring it with yourself, then you apply it with someone else based on the behaviors that they're creating. That is how trust can be solidified. That is how trust can continue to grow. And that is how you're able to have more trustful people in your life. Simple as that. So, making it as simple as possible, what does it mean to have trust? What does it mean? What does trust mean to you? What does trust mean to you? To put it plainly, trust has to be defined by you. It has to be created by you, and you have to uphold those definitions of what trust means for you. You cannot say someone is going to break your trust if you are breaking the trust within yourself. You have to withhold that trust first, then you can apply it and freely give that trust to someone when you feel like they're worthy, and then study their actions. Make sure you're defining what trust is before you start giving that trust to someone else to prevent heartache, betrayal, and hurt. Simple as that. So, if you're struggling with this, message me. Go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. Fill out that free coaching questionnaire to see exactly what we could work with each other about. And you could talk about whatever you want. Also, free 15-minute coaching session. We can talk about absolutely anything you want to talk about to see if we're a good fit for each other. There's two ways to do it. Also, Facebook Collab Coaching, Instagram Collab Coaching. On my series and on my videos, this episode will be on video on my YouTube as well. COLAB Coaching. Also, I wrote an amazing book. Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier, the Self-Love Relationship Project. It's on Barnes & Noble's, Amazon. The audio version is on Lantern Audio. Also, Dorrance Publishing. You can get a physical copy from there as well. Also, Audible. You can get the audio version as well. And you'll hear my lovely voice. Share this with anyone that's trying to grow with self-love. And also, write a review. Tell me what you think about it. Positive, negatives. Let me know. And thank you so much for listening and watching. Get in my book as well. And have a wonderful day. Bye.